Hello and welcome to a very different episode of Green Planet, Blue Planet podcast. I am Julian Guderlei, and since it is the equinox and the full moon that just passed us this week, spring has arrived, it's coming in the northern hemisphere and vice versa in the southern hemisphere. I want to share a cosmic download actually from Sophie Bashford about the new higher masculine revolution, and I'd love to share it with you. As I have shared it with multiple workshops, clients, and friends, and have gotten such a positive resonance that I want to simply offer it as a gift within the podcast. So wherever Sophie Bashford is, thank you for channeling this or downloading this, and I'll give a little bit more context. She wrote this in December of 2018, so like very end of the year, speaking about the next few months representing a period of unprecedented and rapid soul shifts for humans on this planet, and specifically for men on this earth plane who have elected on a spiritual level to raise their consciousness. And that kind of comes with a lot of change, which we can see in so many ways in our society. And as this new wave of male spiritual pioneering reclaims their role, the role we are reclaiming is really that as a guardian and protector of the planet. And with that for our families, and with that as surrendered leaders with the women, the children, and the brothers and mothers and fathers on this planet. So to this beautiful download, I'll just start getting into it. The new higher masculine revolution. There are many men, or those people who are working with a higher quotient of masculine essence, who are drawn to raising their own consciousness and serving a divinely guided healing purpose. The term light worker has been widely used as a way of attributing qualities such as high emotional and psychic sensitivity, an innate desire to be a healing channel, a deep pull to seeking the metaphysical, non-rational themes of being alive. Currently, many male or more masculine energy-focused light workers are in the throes of enormous tectonic movements within their energy fields. This will realign them with sacred purpose and a higher plan for action. It will ignite long-forgotten fires of longing for deeper meaning and fulfillment within their hearts. The universe is beginning to sing their song back to them. They are finding reflections of a path, a route towards purpose, a torchlight in the dark. There are significant markers being placed along the way. These signs are given to show these men that they are not alone, that there is a plan for their lives that exceeds their mind's limited perceptions, that miracles do exist, that the divine feminine vessel has prepared space for them for eons in order for this transition to be made into their authentic lives. They are men that are designated to be leaders of a healing movement. This movement is created by men who desire a life of deeper meaning, alignment with inner truth, creative and regenerative solutions to challenges, confidence, to listen to their hearts over their heads, and use logical strategy in line with loving, compassionate wisdom. These men don't want to be cut off from their hearts and intuitive voices. They are creating new ways to blend the two elements of the masculine vibration, head and heart, so that the earth trusts them again with its heart. These men are deeply sensitive to energy, and they need to acknowledge this truth. All of these men will need friends and partners who are self-aware, conscious, heart-awakened, and intuitively intelligent. These men must be surrounded by champions of the sacred feminine codes. Spirit will send these men the right people at the right time, so that they can feel the support of the Divine Mother and know that she trusts them to make the changes they are being guided to make. A whole new collective of awakening masculine souls is emerging. With awakening comes chaos, because the spiritual coma induces laziness, procrastination, denial, addictions, relationship toxicity, and all other forms of ego control that would suppress true sacred masculine power. When in spiritual coma or denial of the true self, these men live overly comfortable, flabby lives of staying within the known, the safe, and the predictable. They may not ever take the risk of breaking the old male ancestral patterns of behavior. They may not ever live as if their father were dead, as David Data says. Then their higher self, if contracted in this lifetime, creates spiritual awakening. The chaos ensues immediately as awakening codes flood in. Chaos on the 3D realm is frequent. Life changes, relationship breakups, collapses on the inner, emotional, and mental planes. Life suddenly demands that they step up to a new level of action, consciousness, and growth. The old patterns immediately become intensely stifling, suffocating, unbearable to withstand. Change is inevitable, as is rapid growth and elevation onto the ascension pathway. These men are all being contacted by higher beings and ascended masters because they need this spiritual support and energy transformation. Somehow, somewhere, these men will find themselves immersed in the sacred teachings that they have long forgotten. The next few months represent a period of unprecedented and rapid soul shifts for the men on this earth plane who have elected on a spiritual level to raise their consciousness. Much, much will change as a new wave of male spiritual pioneers reclaim their roles as guardians and protectors of the planet. At the center of their desire for a new way of life and purpose is a very deep, very ancient devotion to the goddess. This is what will light the way for the conscious male revolution. A quiet, yet unshakable and indestructible knowing that the awakened female, she is the source of all life. Find her, seek her, and once you have her back in your heart, you become alive, a light, and burning with a passion that will never be extinguished. Wow, such deeply powerful, moving, and profound words from Sophie Bashford. Thank you for tuning into this share on the man's consciousness or the new higher masculine revolution, this evolutionary reaction coded within our being. And I'm sharing this excerpt also because it's very much an alignment and a resonance of what I'm experiencing and have experienced in my own life over the last decade, opening to higher levels of compassion, empathy, 5D reality frequencies that are basically really expanding the role of the masculine into what she calls the protectors of this planet, or in other words, the guardians of this planet. And may you take this excerpt and this little brief episode on evolving man's consciousness and think about our green planet, blue planet, in a way that allows for the thriving diversity that humanity, the flora, the fauna of this planet truly are able and capable to live as.